I don't care if you're on a moped and you ride a moped every day or a scooter. I have respect for anyone on two wheels, and any other real motorcyclist likely feels the same way. And if you don't, let me know. Maybe I'm being a baby about it. I encourage people to have different opinions. People always say, let me know in the comments what you think. I really want to know. And most of the time, I don't think they really want to know. But I've seen a couple of these, and it's starting to piss me off, dude. Welcome to another video. This one, I just want to talk some shh. Are we warmed up? Let's get on the road and have a talk, shall we? Something that really pissed me off in the comments. We're going to get to what that is in a sec. But first, I don't care what anyone says in the comments about me. As long as you're not hateful to others, you have all the opinions you want. I encourage people to voice their opinions. I'm a huge proponent of free speech. Part of that is hearing opinions that you don't necessarily agree with. There's no rule saying you have to agree with anyone's opinion. That's not reality. It's not life. If you think this is stupid and I'm being a baby about it, feel free to tell me that. If you are reasonable and you are a rider yourself and you hear what I'm upset about, I'd like to think you agree with me. And if you don't, let me know. Maybe I'm being a baby about it. But here's what bothers me. Let's get to the point. And then let's see if you guys agree with me on this. People always say, let me know in the comments what you think. I really want to know. And most of the time, I don't think they really want to know. But I want to know what you think about this. Because I've seen a couple of these and it's starting to piss me off, dude. And for a particular reason. The talking shit about the Ninja 400, that doesn't bother me as much as the way people say what they say and how it comes across to other people who may be thinking about buying a motorcycle or feel like they're on a wimpy bike and feel like peer pressured to step it up to a bigger bike that they're not ready for. You know what? I'm gonna call Buddy out because I responded to him and I don't think he replied. And if he did or didn't, he commented on my channel as a public subscriber. So no offense, bro, but if you're gonna talk, I'm hoping you can take the heat. And I don't know what your goal or intention was, so maybe you can follow up in the comment section below here. But insert name and comment on the screen now. So the whole this bike has no aura thing, first of all, I hope you're like 15, because if you're any older than that and you're using the word aura, stop using the word aura. If you're younger than that and you're using the word aura, I'd say stop using it because it sounds corny, but I'm too old to know about what the hip slang words are. I've heard aura used quite a bit, but saying something like the Ninja 400 has no aura or respect, bro. Speak for yourself, first of all. The whole encouraging people to get a bigger bike, that's the part that pisses me off. I don't give a f if you're like, oh, this bike's lame. It's like, that's fine. The Harleys are lame to me, but I guarantee if I got on one and ripped one around, I'd probably be like, oh, this is kind of sick. But from the outside looking in, I don't know that I ever want to ride a Harley. I should take that back. I don't think I'd ever want to own a Harley. I would gladly ride a Harley. I want to ride every motorcycle. I'm not going to come at it from an angle of like, if you get a Harley, you're lame. Get a faster bike that can kill you if you don't have experience. First of all, if you're the person reading that and you're getting influenced by that comment, you really shouldn't let anybody influence your decision making. I didn't. If I were to let people influence my decision making, I wouldn't have bought the 400. If I listened to all the comments and all the feedback from people, I would have went and bought myself an R6 or a Gixxer 750 because you can grow into it and it's the perfect sweet spot and blah, 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 blah. But that's not true. If you haven't ever rode before, especially if you've never ridden like dirt bikes or anything, you have no experience on a bike, going right to a 600, you're asking for trouble. If you're the kind of person that you are absolutely responsible and you know you can handle it, that's one thing. And even then, I would strongly recommend to not do that because you're missing out on so much fun. The fun of being able to take full advantage of a bike this size and lean in turns back and forth because it's so light and you can just ram through all the gears and you're not doing 140, 50 miles an hour in third gear. You can actually use all the gears. You can rev the piss out of this thing. It's like a slower car that's tuned and handles great. They're still a blast. It's personal preference. Some people just want this and only this and they never want to move up to another bike. I will always keep this bike. I will never get rid of it. Now that I've been riding for a few years, I do want a more powerful bike. bike. But I'm also going to keep this, and I'm going to start taking it to the track. That's where she's at home. I didn't really plan this video well. I just knew it pissed me off. So pardon me for not having a more structured video. Normally I would have bullet points I really want to hit. My main point is anyone that gets on two wheels, I have respect for. I don't care if you're on a moped and you ride a moped every day or a scooter. I have respect for anyone on two wheels, and any other real motorcyclist likely feels the same way. And if you don't, that's fine. If you're going to get in the comments and be like, this bike has no aura, don't ever get this bike, you're cowards. A coward, bro? Get the out of here. For you to say that, either you ride and you're super inexperienced and lame, or you don't ride and you have no business telling people what bike they should or shouldn't get. So basically my point is, shut the up. How's that? You could say the bike has no aura. It sounds corny, but calling people cowards and encouraging people to get bigger bikes, people are so impressionable now with social media. It's really sad, honestly. I hate the way everything is, but you got to have the courage and the willpower and the self-respect to stand on your own and make your own decision without anybody influencing you. I would argue the person who allows themselves to be influenced by somebody like that in the comments calling you a coward for not getting a big bike, that's actually what makes you a coward. The person that's like, I'm gonna get what I want or what I think is right for me or what I think is the safest option for me, that's the person that's got balls. That's the opposite of a coward. The irony of your comment, okay? There's been a few of those. His is just the most recent one, and it finally set me off. I think the way he worded it with the coward, I just imagined me at 18 reading that and being like, yeah, he's right. That bike has no aura. I should get a really big bike. And then next thing you know, you're overcooking it into a turn where there's a guardrail. You didn't realize how heavy the bike was. You haven't practiced enough because you're stupid enough to be encouraged by somebody that's telling you to get a bigger bike. Maybe you're not smart enough to really learn the bike before you start pushing it. You overcook it into a turn and you get killed like my cousin did. He was doing a high rate of speed around the turn, lost control, hit a guardrail, and his life was over. He was 27 years old. 27. Gone. Like that in a snap of a finger. It was Sunday. Wanted to watch a football game with his older brother. And because he's a good kid, he's like, I'm gonna clean the gutters. His older brother was like, no, don't clean the gutters. I don't want you up on the ladder by yourself. It's not safe. Wait till I get home. I'll help you with the gutters and then we'll watch a football game, which I feel terrible because I'm sure he feels guilt about that, even though it's not his fault. My cousin decided, all right, well, instead of cleaning gutters, he's right. It's not safe to do it myself. I'll just go for a quick ride before the game starts. And on that ride is when he overcooked it into a turn and ended his life. It's that easy. It can happen that fast. So when I see people in comments encouraging other people and calling them cowards for not getting a bigger bike, you is what I have to say about that. And I don't care about YouTube. Squirrel, that's a perfect example too. If you're riding a bike with Brembo brakes and you're not experienced and you see a squirrel, it's so easy to panic from a squirrel, by the way. When they run out in front of you and you don't expect it, you think oh, if I ever see a squirrel, I'm just gonna duck and dodge. Like I said in my last video, always expect the unexpected because then you don't panic. But little things like that, you could be going through a turn and an animal runs out and next thing you know, you can lock up. The point is, the 400 bikes like this, the 500, the R3, even an SV650 is still a little quick for a person who's got no experience on a bike, but you can at least ease your way into that a little bit. But to get on a bike like a 600cc or 1000cc because someone called you a coward if you didn't, don't do that to yourself. What's more important, you disappoint some internet troll who doesn't even know what bike you bought after the fact, by the way. Another reason to never let anybody encourage you on the internet. Half the people probably aren't even real. I'm convinced most of the internet is bots. I'm starting to think that dead internet theory is legit. What's worse, that you disappoint somebody who you don't know and doesn't know you from a hole in your ass? Or, I don't know, enjoy riding and stay alive and don't die. Pretty sure not dying is the goal there. I have a lot left to say about this, but I just wanted to get this out, and it's probably going to rain in a few minutes. I just want to get home. I'm probably not going to edit it down very much. I'm just going to leave in mostly what I talked about because it was just from the heart. So if you watch this and you see those comments I'm talking about, please ignore them. If someone's giving you an opinion or advice oh yeah, I had that bike, it's kind of slow, or I didn't love it because of whatever, someone's giving you an educated opinion on something or their opinion on something, that's fine. There's a specific type of comment that I think we all know it when we see it, where they're either trolling or they're rage baiting or whatever you want to call it. I don't know the term because I'm a normal human and not an internet sleuth. just ignore them, man. Make up your own mind and what's best for you. Don't do what anyone else tells you. I try to make a point when I first started this channel to explicitly express that I am not an expert. All I can tell you is what I'm learning as I go, things that I know, and when I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. Or if it's an opinion, I'll tell you it's an opinion. Nothing I say should be taken as gospel, but even with that, I still feel like there's a responsibility if I'm gonna have a YouTube channel to not get out there and be like, this bike is too slow. If you're a new rider, don't be a coward. Get a bike with aura. Get a bike with aura and get a bigger bike because it has aura. That shit makes me cringe inside. Man, all right. I'm going to wrap it up. All I would ask is if you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Hit the like button, please. I'd really appreciate that. It does make a big difference. It'll help me keep making content because this is what I love doing and what I want to keep doing. So if you agree with me or if you don't, but you still like the video, please consider subscribing. Otherwise, I appreciate y'all watching. Make your own decisions. Don't let other people influence you on the comments, on Twitter, on X, on the internet, on IG, or in person. Stand on your own, make your own decisions. You get a lot more respect in the long run that way, and you pay a lot less consequences. No one is going to look out for you the way you're going to look out for you, and that's just the bottom line facts, period. There is no arguing that point. Alright, I got it out of my system. I feel a whole lot better. Appreciate y'all watching. AC Ninja's out. As always, if you ride, please ride safe. Don't listen to losers. And I'll see you on the next video. Peace, y'all.